Okay, this month I'm releasing a Google chart script in AWK, and as you can see on the screen, these are the charts that I have created. It's really easy to create charts, and creates an HTML file, and then you can send that HTML file out over email, put it in Dropbox or what have you, however you want to get it out to you. So let's look at the script. Okay, so here is the script, or some form of the script. I might have made a change or two since I've uploaded it. But what you're going to see is a very simple awk script, although it was not simple to write this. And actually, yeah, I still use that. It wasn't simple to write this at all. Hope you enjoy it. It supports up to, I think, 4 metrics right now, actually. But it could be up to, we can add more if we want, just by basically extending this kind of ugly block of code here, and it's not too hard to do to support more metrics if you need more lines on your chart. Also, the width and height are kind of hard-coded. If you want to change those, change that there. So anyway, like I said, it's a really simple script, but it was not at all simple to write. I started on it around Christmas, and I spent many hours kind of honing it and getting it down to this kind of simplicity. So it should work for you. All right, so let's move on to something else here. Okay, so this is the README. Basically, it's going to show you what the expected data format is and what that means, and that is right there. You know, basically the metric name, year, month, day, hour in 24-hour format, minutes, seconds, metric value, and as I showed you in the code, it supports up to 4, it looks like right now. You can put 4 metric values, and this data that I'm pulling here, I actually do get 2 metric values in this example. So I'm pulling from this vmstat CSV file, which has a lot of other fields in it, so it's important that I grab just the fields that match up to this up here. And then we would, tail off that file, get those values and pipe it, or we could put it in a file and process it as a file with the awk script. And here is the awk command that's doing the processing. You need to pass in the column list. So those are that's going to be, the column is going to be the time, which is always going to be there, and then whatever values you passed in. In my case, I'm passing in 2 values right there. So that is the value and average value. And then I want this in to be log scale. So I pass in a variable called log scale equals 1. If you don't pass that in, it doesn't do log scale. Set it to 0 if you don't want log scale, or that's the default. Here's the script name, of course, and then we're redirecting this to vmstats.html, and that would basically render that file that I showed you. Okay, so if you think that is cool, I will be releasing something every month in 2019, and I'll have a link here to this newsletter I'll send out once a month. I do cover a lot of different topics, not just scripting and not just what I'm working on, but I see a lot of interesting stuff as I'm browsing the web every month, and anything on automation, startups, entrepreneurship, security, technology in general, scripting. Those are the areas of interest, and I'll send you that. Plus, you'll get an announcement to whatever we're releasing. Next month, I'm going to release a locking script. It's kind of cool because it does stuff like you can put grab a lock and set an amount of time on it, so it'll automatically release itself if the time expires. It will throw an error, if that happens, because that shouldn't happen, but it keeps you from having long-term blocks that you don't know about and things like that. So we'll hopefully release that in a few weeks here. And all you got to do is give me your email address. There's some other items here that if these are interesting to you, check them and I will get in touch with you about those other items. So, okay, well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it.